Today I will show you how one innocently looking Windows privilege can destroy or just beat the whole idea of ACLs, access control lists, and permissions we put on files and directories, providing a protection from unauthorized manipulation. I will create a new user to perform the totally fresh set of steps allowing you to see this. So computer management, and then local users and groups. Users, I will create a new user, let's call it test, and I will provide a password without changing, close, and obviously this user is a member of users group, he is not an admin, and I will provide one additional Windows privilege for this particular user. So I will run cmd and then secpol.msc, and I will grant a privilege. So local policies, user rights assignment, and I will provide a privilege for this user about restores files and directories. By default, this privilege is granted to administrators and backup operators. I will grant this privilege to my test user as well. Okay, and when user logs on, he will obtain this privilege from the local security authority subsystem. So I will log off and I will log on as this new user to show you how it looks like. Test and then a password, and now we have to wait a bit for the profile to be set up. In the meantime, I will try to provide you the whole idea behind the token and permissions and the role within the system. If we have a process, this process have a token with some privileges set. They may be enabled or disabled and so on. When this process creates a new process, the new process by default inherits the same set of Windows privileges. Inherits the full token, including set of Windows privileges which are stored within the token. So most of processes when trying to manipulate with privileges, they will manipulate their own privileges, changing it here. Effectively, if this process is being terminated, the original process, this one, keeps the same token as it had previously. So I wrote a simple tool which is creating when it runs, the child process is being created, and the child process, instead of manipulating its own token, tries to find its parent and then manipulates the parent privileges. Effectively, when the child process, when my tool is terminated, the set of privileges within the command line I used for launching my tool is changed. So every single new process I will create will obtain the modified token. Let's return to our virtual machine, accept, and my machine is up and ready, logged on the typical user. I will launch CMD. By default, UAC within Windows is removing some privileges from the token. So to have the full set of privileges, I must run CMD as an admin. Even if I'm not an admin, I will log on as the test user, but the token will be elevated, but I'm still a user. If I do who am I /all, you can easily see I am a test user and I'm not an admin, I'm a regular user belonging to standard set of regular groups, including users and excluding administrators group. And my set of privileges is quite normal, except for the restore privilege I have granted a couple of minutes ago. So let's see those privileges. I can have them, some of them are disabled. Right now, I will try to do a simple trick, well-known trick with renaming utilman and replacing utilman utility with the cmd.exe. So I will try to rename utilman right now as a regular user. Ren utilman.exe, utilman.exe.old, and obviously I have access denied for the very obvious reason. I see CLS utilman. You can see only trusted installer can manipulate utilman. Even administrator or local system have only read access. Write is possible only if you are a trusted installer over here. But as I said, having share restore privilege, we can try to beat the set of permissions set for the file. So I have to enable those privileges in my token first. So from my tools, I have a tool enable parent privileges. If I run it, I have enabled those privileges. /all. You can see I have exactly the same set of privileges, but right now those are enabled. And I will do the same thing I did previously. So rename utilman to utilman.exe.old. F7, the nice menu, enter, and it was simply renamed. Right now I will do second thing, ren cmd.exe to utilman.exe, which happened without any problem. I will press Ctrl Del. I will press utilman button, and I will obtain utilman where I am already a local system, because this utilman, being actually CMD, is a child process of WinLogon being a local system. So right now I have a full control of a MASH system. And that's basically